You don't see that too often.
Re-jump, is that a word? I think I just came up with it. Re-jump as a word.
I like it. I'd say that too.
Reset, how's that? And Pitt controls. Here's a look at the starting five for Pitt. They have changed things up pretty much every single game this year. But you got two freshmen in there, Jasmine Timerson and Erin Battle. This is a young group, Jasmine, like you said at the top, but they rely on Liatu King as their main scorer, and she misses her first shot out of bounds. It will be Boston College basketball. But talk about the presence that Liatu King has for this team.
I mean, she is the focal point. She's everything for this team, and you talked a little bit about her having a quiet night against Louisville. She had some foul trouble and couldn't really get a rhythm, and that's credit to the Louisville defense. So it's not surprising to see them go right into her on their first offensive possession.
Look at the starters for the Boston College Eagles. A couple of familiar faces, too, returning this year. Kayla Ivey leading the team in assists. That three is off the mark from Taya Sidbury. Second chance opportunity, no good, goes out of bounds, and it's right back to the Panthers.
Yeah. Taya Sidbury, who's been great for Boston College this season, probably had an extra right there. She definitely can make and get that three at the top of the key anytime, but the extra pass to their leading scorer, Dailey, was there.
Taya Sidbury transferred from Utah, team's second leading scorer. Scoreless through the first minute of this one. Couple of missed shots on both sides.
Boston College really extending that defensive pressure early, trying to set the tone on the defensive end, which is what they are great at doing.
Aislinn Malcolm had the shot deflected. She was on the way up there. Quickly back the other way goes Andrea Dailey, the leading scorer. 15 points per game for number 21 for Boston College.
And Boston College, with a transition opportunity, you see them kind of take it and slow it down and really execute and try to get their best shot.
There's Sidbury again, clock winding down. Waggoner, a long two, no good. And a foul on the rebound. That's going to go against Tiana Todd, her first. Take a look at head coach Tori Verdi in his first season at the helm for Pitt. New dawn for this Pitt women's basketball program. Coach Verdi became the 10th women's basketball coach in program history, coming over from UMass, where he led them to an A-10 regular season title last year. Good defense there for Kayla Ivey.
You see Boston College icing the ball screen. That's what I use to refer to them not letting Pitt come off of the screen that they want to use. They forced Jasmine Timerson to go left, and it really disrupted the Pitt offense.
On the other side, head coach Joanna Burnaby-McNamee, sixth season at Boston College. Has guided BC to 2 20-win seasons over the last 4. Fadeaway jumper is good for Liatu King. Again, she was held to just 6 points on Thursday. We were on the call for that game against Louisville. They did a great job defending her and getting her out of her rhythm. How important is it for her to find that rhythm again early in this one?
It's extremely important. Her performance gives her team confidence. She's so reliable for them, so it really matters. And in that Louisville game, she kind of shied away from it and just kind of went with the flow instead of really taking on that responsibility and forcing the issue a little bit.
Floater for Tiana Todd rattles home, the sophomore from Ontario. IMG Academy, who leads the team with 26 made threes this year. Not a ton of three-point shooting on this Boston College team. Floater for Erin Battle, the freshman. That was impressive stuff, averaging 5.5 points per game. Quickly up the floor, though, Dontavia Waggoner lays it up and in with a right transition basket for Boston College.
When a team gets the ball out that quickly on a make, that was a made basket by Pitt, and BC just long outlet straight to a layup. Pitt's going to have to get back faster.
Strong rebound there from Waggoner to reel it in. Kayla Ivey looking to push. Down low, Sidbury right into a block of Rappalucci Iodell for Pitt.
Here you see the young promising guard and Battle just with the floater down the lane, and on the other end, off the make, BC gets the ball out so fast, and they find Waggoner down the floor for the layup.
Boston College team averaging 75 points per game. That's going to be an offensive foul, though, on the freshman Erin Battle, running right into Dontavia Waggoner.
Dontavia Waggoner is just incredible on the defensive end. She's everywhere. She does everything. And here you see her just sacrificing her body in the right place at the right time and takes the charge on the chest.
Once again, a quick shot from Andrea Dailey. This time won't fall. But a reset here. Quick pass underneath Sidbury. Too many steps. And she turns it over.
She did. I like the patience, though. The gather, take her time and, really get her feet set. But shuffled a little bit.
Taya Sidbury, like you said, Jasmine, has been a huge help to this Boston College team. They only took in 2 transfers this season. Sidbury coming over from Utah, a member of that team that went to the Sweet 16 last year.
She doesn't shy away from the offensive responsibility. She likes to take the big shots. She does great things for them offensively, and, they need that.
Timerson, 3-ball, good.
Timerson, a young freshman guard. She's just done great in the last few games for Pitt, and you see her being rewarded for that in the start today.
You also see another transition basket, this time off of a miss. Boston College looking to push against Pitt here. That is certainly evident in the early going. Aislinn Malcolm on the drive, stopped there by Sidbury. Shot clock at 10 for Pitt. Been a tight one so far in the first quarter. 7-6 is the score. And a turnover. Ivy got 4 on 3 here. Andrea Dailey misses with the left-handed layup.
It was a great pass, too. She did look away. She had her player on the wing that was open, and I thought she was going to pass to the wing, and she got it inside. Dailey just comes up short.
So the Pitt Panthers dropped their 4th straight game to Louisville, trying to end a bit of a slump here. Boston College has lost 2 straight as well, so this game is going to be important for both sides. Dailey, kick out to the wing. Ivy puts it on the floor, and it's blocked from behind. Malcolm Sidbury is there. Count the basket and the foul for Taya Sidbury. 6'1" sophomore from Salt Lake City, getting it done here in 11 and 1. Some good ACC women's basketball. Boston College and Pitt to kick off an excellent Sunday across the network. And so far in this one, Jasmine Thomas, it has been the turnovers for Pitt and Boston College kind of taking advantage of those and turning it into transition buckets.
It absolutely has. Lately, Pitt, that has hurt them a lot in their starts, is turning the ball over and giving more opportunities to the other team. And BC, their identity has been defense, and they're off to a good start in this game of converting on the other end. Not necessarily in transition points off of those turnovers, but being able to score on their end.
Taya Sidbury converting the and 1 opportunity at the free throw line. Little full court pressure brought on by Boston College here. Aislinn Malcolm open for 3. That's no good. Malcolm struggled against Louisville on Thursday.
BC having some success defensively in the quarter court, and you see them extend the pressure to speed Pitt up and actually get them to do what they want, is to take a quick shot so they can come back down on offense.
Waggoner's shot was blocked by Malcolm from behind. Harley Washenitz making her first appearance in the game, and she will try to go coast to coast. No good. Todd in and out, and Liatu King reels it in. A couple of substitutions on both sides. Mentioned Pitt changing up their starting lineup. Marley Washenitz had really been the starting point guard for most of this season. Coach Verdi opting to go with Timerson to get the start. Now Washenitz makes her first appearance in the game.
Yeah, she's a steady player for this team, just wanting to give some opportunity to a solid Timerson off of the bench. But, Washenitz has a chance to come into this game right now and really make an impact with her leadership and her toughness. That's what she does for this Panthers team.
Kayla Lazama also making an appearance, number 14 for Boston College. And there's Nene Njai's shot. First attempt, no good.
Njai coming off of a great game in their tough loss to Notre Dame. She was a huge spark off the bench offensively, just was able to keep a rhythm for the whole game where they struggled to score.
Washington's jump shot off the back iron there, and Sidbury leading the break. Sidbury's got numbers here. Lazama, top of the key. Ivy for 3, no good. Shot's been a little bit off this year, shooting just 28% from the floor. But she's been a great point guard for Boston College. Malcolm pushed out of bounds there. And the whistle against Kayla Ivey. All right, coming up next, our women's hoop afternoon continues on the network. Number 15, Louisville hosting Wake Forest. We cap off the day with UVA and number 20, North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Women's hoops every Sunday right here on the ACC network. And, of course, you can always watch on the ESPN app. Jasmine Thomas, Sam Ravitch getting your day started of Boston College and Pitt. Exciting games later on this afternoon. Underneath the basket, Malcolm. Right-handed layup is no good. And a fight for it. Foul on the floor. Foul starting to rack up on this side for Boston College. Now 3 team fouls in the quarter. Malcolm tried the Euro step, instead ran right into Boston College defender, and that's Tiana Todd absorbing the contact.
And so far in this game, Boston College has done a great job at speeding Pitt up, and then the help side coming over, as you see Todd right there, and just being in great position and taking the charge.
Defense into offense. That's how Boston College has gotten their wins this year.
You see Ja'Kayla Thompson in for BC right now, another player who's still finding her rhythm, finding her groove. Coach Mack mentioned she loves her as a compliment to Ivy. They're different styles of players, but both great at running the point guard position for this team.
Kayla Lazama dropping in her first basket. She's averaging just 3.5 points per game. Had a good season last year, though, for Boston College. Played a key role as a sophomore. Boston College on a 7-0 run right now.
And that's the right idea by Malcolm, but the three-quarter defense of BC, that pass is better from the corner. So she can make that extra to Battle, and Battle can get that into the post.
Now 7 turnovers for Pitt here in the first quarter as we get down under a minute and a half. So 2-point lead for Boston College, minute to go. Dailey. That's Jayla Johnson with the rebound, and she gets fouled.
You see Pitt out in transition. Battle finds Russ running down the lane. She just has the overpowering finish over Thompson at the rim.
So already in this game, Pitt has used 8 players. Boston College has used 9. I think this kind of speaks to the larger story there of both these teams trying to figure out who they are, who's going to work, what kind of combinations might work. Both coaches have emphasized that, like, you know, we're not really sure who our 5 is yet.
Absolutely. When you are searching for some consistency, you want to play whoever's playing the hardest, whoever's playing the smartest, whoever is showing that they can, you know, bounce back from mistakes and still make a play on the other end.
The second foul on Tiana Todd. Coach Mack not too pleased with the call as Russ makes the front end of 2 and makes them both. We are tied at 11 with 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ella Perkins coming into the game as well, transfer from USC for 10 in blue. I think that zone has slowed Boston College down a little bit.
They were just trying to take their time, too, and get a shot late in the clock, because Pitt's already going to have about, like, 4, almost 5 seconds, so might as well run the clock down as low as you can.
Ivy, alley-oop there. Dailey mistimed it, still has time. Shot was blocked from behind. Jayla Jordan comes up with it. Still 2 seconds to go. Washington's from half court, no good. It's on the right wing. Waggoner driving into Malcolm, and she gets fouled on the way up. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And I love that. I love that BC didn't settle for outside 3 with the clock running down. You see Dontavia gets it, but she puts her head down, she makes a play, and draws the contact so she can get to the line.
Dontavia Waggoner, 61% from the free throw line this season. first shot off to the right, but you could certainly make the argument Dontavia Waggoner is the best defensive player in this conference. Second in the league behind Hannah Hidalgo, and we know what she's done this year in steals per game. Dontavia averaging 3 steals per game, or just north of that number.
Yeah, she's great at steals, and just her body type, too. She's strong, she's athletic, yeah.
Wow, King whistled for the arm bar there. Take another look at this, Jasmine.
I think it's a good call. I mean, trying to break the pressure, but,
It's close.
It is close. I do see the arm swing off, but I don't think Todd actually got in front of King, so that's a tough break there. But you know, when the refs call in your favor when you start the game off aggressively and asserting yourself on the defensive end. They've already taken 2 charges, so that third one was easy.
Waggoner on the offensive glass. She lays it back up and in. Dontavia Waggoner, leading scorer on last year's team, averaging 12.5 points per game this year. And Washenitz turns it over.
BC really picking up their physicality. I feel like that's what's affecting Pitt right now, being able to handle the pressure, not get sped up, but also handle the contact.
Bella Perkins now leading the break for Pitt. There's Jayla Jordan on the floor as well. She hit 3 threes in the game against Louisville, this time trying to post up, got the size advantage underneath. Perkins slips one down low. Jordan, a lot of contact, and she will go to the stripe.
Yeah, and she definitely has an advantage down there. BC doesn't have too much size, and while she had her success from the three-point line in the last game, it's a great decision here to isolate her on the block. Gia Perkins just off the free throw, off of the ball screen, she keeps her handle and just finds the rolling Jordan at the rim.
Jayla Jordan, a grad transfer from Seton Hall. Now, Pittsburgh is actually her 4th stop in her collegiate career. She started at West Virginia. Then she spent 3 seasons at Auburn, played at the Hall in the Big East last year, and now is over at Pitt. So quite the journey for Jayla Jordan. And she makes the first. Here's Saturday's basketball tripleheader. Next Saturday, number 21 Clemson squaring off against Florida State, 4 Eastern time. Then Virginia taking on Georgia Tech. And finally, Kyle Filipowski, number 11 Duke, hosting Pitt at Cameron Indoor. Should be a great day of hoops here on the ACC network. Brett Bellucci, Odell will check into the game for Jayla Jordan. (14 to 13), just getting underway here in the second quarter inside Conti Forum. Dontavia Waggoner with the jumper, and that's smooth there for Dontavia.
It is a smooth shot, and it's a long 2. I have to imagine Pitt's in this zone because Boston College has not been shooting it well from the 3 on the season. They were only 1 of 19 in their last game. So for her to be able to spread the floor even a little bit and hit those long 2s will help Boston College a lot.
That's good work there for Andrea Dailey. She got fouled from Iodell from behind, but Dailey with a strong rebound there.
See, Ivy with the court vision and the skip pass to Dontavia Waggoner, who sizes it up a little bit and then knocks down the long 2.
Waggoner was nominated for the conference's most improved player and defensive player of the year at the end of the season last year. And she even missed 9 games with an injury. Back fully healthy now. Dailey lost it underneath the basket, but it will stay there with the Eagles.
We've seen Dailey do that a couple times. She's gotten some good passes right around the rim and just couldn't quite control it. I don't know if it's the afternoon game. That happens sometimes, still waking up a little bit, but it's a good looks for her.
Dailey fouled on the shot there. It's on Washenitz.
Just a nice cut by Dailey. Yeah, she gets hit on the arm right there and is able to get some points at the foul line.
So now Dailey will try to get her shot going at the stripe. And she makes the first. Did you like playing in the earlier games or the night games? Did you have a preference when you were playing?
I think in college it didn't matter. You know, you're so young and resilient. You can do anything, anytime. But now, as a pro, please give me the earlier games. I love the early games.
Get the day started and get it going, and then you got the whole afternoon.
Yeah, and you just travel so much in the W. You can get an early game and kind of use the rest of that as your first off day.
Right. Perkins on the handoff, takes it to the top of the key to reset. 9 on the shot clock. Off a screen. Good ball movement here into the corner. Battles 3 is in and out. And here comes Boston College. Kayla Ivey with the head up.
Great ball movement. I love that offensive possession by Pitt. It didn't go the way they wanted, but they got a great shot and great execution. They got to do some more of that.
Waggoner spinning in and out of trouble. Look at this. Dontavia Waggoner. Everything but the finish. The follow from Sidbury, no good. Gets her own rebound for the second time. A lot of chances missed for Boston College on that one offensive possession.
I wanted to see that one go down for Waggoner. That was nice. She's been showing all of her versatility today, and that was just icing on the cake if she would have been able to make that.
Now a foul on the other end. Rusk will go to the free throw line. It was Sidbury who committed the foul, her second, so she will go to the bench. Huge piece for this Boston College team in terms of size. Will likely be sitting for a little while.
We got to talk about that rebounding possession. You know, while they got so many opportunities and didn't finish them, I imagine that Pitt would have to be talking about the fact that that can't happen because you give Boston College some more opportunities like that throughout this game and they make those.
Well, Boston College has doubled up Pitt on the offensive glass. Already 6 offensive rebounds for BC and just 3 for the Panthers.
I mean, I think they had 4, right?
There's a lot of them right there. Dailey backing down a defender, picks up the dribble, and right into the hands of Timerson. Timerson got it back. Good idea there. Russ couldn't handle the pass. Ivey spots up for 3. That's off the mark, but another second chance. And this time it's Dailey, the recipient. It is 20-14 now, and a timeout called by head coach Tori Verdi for Pitt.
Boston College up 20-14 on defense to get things going for BC. Active on the glass. She's really been all over the place, filling up the stat sheet, showing a little range here, knocking down the long 2. She's been a great spark for this Eagles team today.
The turnovers continue to pile up. One of the reasons, I'm sure, why Coach Verdi called a timeout. 10 turnovers in the first half for Pitt.
And you mix the turnovers with the offensive rebounds they're giving up. You have to call that timeout.
Yeah.
You got to address it. You got to find some toughness and some compete in this Pittsburgh team.
Down by 6 with 6 to go in the first half. Perkins' shot is blocked, but there's Liatu King, and she misses a point-blank shot. So again, Liatu King has been somewhat quiet here for the second straight game so far. A lot of game to go. Good interior passing there. Waggoner finding Lazama for the easy 2. Defense continues to cause problems. See how far out they're guarding these Pitt guards.
They are, and it's just the shots they're taking, they're just contested, they're forced, they're rushed, they're, just like settling to find anything.
Zama slows it up. Malcolm 1-on-2 here. And she will wait for some more blue jerseys to come down. King open for a long 2, and she cashes it in. Liatu King, we just mentioned her name, but that's just her second make of the game. Again, averaging almost 20 points per game, 10 rebounds a game, 2 steals per game, 2 blocks per game, just about everything for this team. And Boston College has held her in check. Waggoner fouled on the shot there.
You see a few plays ago, Dontavia even showing her court vision that she's able to find her teammate Lazama under the rim on a nice play for the finish. You talked about Liatu King, and I do want to kind of talk about it a little bit. I think as as the season goes on and you just know how much attention she's going to garner from every team she plays, she scores so efficiently, but that's when she's open. She's not going to be open as much.
Yeah.
And I think some of it has to be just an intention on running some stuff for her that's a little different than before. Putting some wrinkles in some of the plays, trying to get her free and in rhythm in some way.
Timerson, excellent bounce pass, and Iodell comes up wincing a little bit after she got hit from behind.
And I love that about Jasmine Timerson. She just plays just as a freshman with so much control and composure, and it's a great dump-off pass after having the defense collapse, and she sends Iodell to the line.
So Rappalucci Iodell at the free throw line. Makes the first. Our next gymnastics meet right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app is next Sunday afternoon when Pitt squares off against Clemson at Littlejohn Coliseum. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Iodell off the mark on the second. 6-point basketball game, 4.5 to go in the first half. Waggoner off a screen, dumps one down, Dailey underneath, and she lays it in. The ball is moving quickly on that offensive end there.
The ball is moving and the players are moving. That's a few times we've seen today that BC just moves without the ball, cuts behind the defense, and they're finding each other.
Battle had it stripped. That was Waggoner that got a hand in there, and it led to a turnover.
Boston College showing us some great offensive execution. Dailey cuts behind the defense. Waggoner finds her on time, on target for the lay-in.
Zama slips one, and that's a foul. Krasovic. First foul on Bella Perkins. Boston College in the bonus the rest of the way here. Now let's just kind of go back and talk about Liatu King, because it got me thinking about a question for you, because what happens when you go from being on the scouting report to being essentially the scouting report? I mean, where teams are starting to actually scheme against you. I think it's kind of two different things there.
It is, and it's more so the way that they've been playing. So the way that teams are scheming for her, they've been doing it for a while, but they're struggling to find a balance between scoring inside and scoring outside. So it's effective. You know, if teams could collapse on her and deny her and make it hard for her to get the ball and other people score, it would be different.
Another transition basket off a steal. Dontavia Waggoner up the floor to Lazama. And it's 28-17 now. 12 turnovers for Pittsburgh in this first half. Says Boston College has 12 points off of those turnovers, but I'd venture to guess it's actually quite a few more points. Timerson got hit on the shot, and she will shoot three. Mistake there for Boston College on the defensive end.
The Eagles still showing their defensive excellence. There you see them getting the steal, turning defense into offense. Lazama runs out and gets rewarded for the breakaway layup. I like the decision in this last play by King. She could have drove into everybody and forced it up, but she saw the defense collapse on her, knew that Timerson was open behind her, and just took her time, made a great pass. Took Timerson a little while to get the shot off, but she was able to draw the contact and get three.
I will say, Pittsburgh started this game with two freshman guards, in Aaron Battle and Jasmine Timerson. That is a bright spot on this team. When you want to try and find a positive for the Pittsburgh Panthers this year, if they're able to keep this backcourt intact, which is a challenge in today's college athletics, but if they can do it, you look at what they could be in the next 3-4 years. It could be special.
It could be, for sure. And that's the thing. When you're in this kind of rebuild and working on your identity, you want to invest in the young players. They are the future of the program, and they have the leadership of players like King to be able to help develop them.
An offensive foul there on Dontavia Waggoner. Ine Njai will check back in. True freshman that has earned some valuable playing time.
I'd like to see Pitt involve Jayla Jordan in some action, so get her some touches. She is coming off of a good game, and you want to ride that confidence. See if she's still hot.
That's a good point. Coach Mack displeased with this call. Speaking of coaches, Got another Boston College athletics coach in the stands today. There's Jeff Hafley, Boston College head football coach. 7-6 year this year for BC in the ACC. Although ended the year on a positive note. I believe they won the Fenway Bowl. That's always a positive way to end it.
Love to end a season on a win.
That's right. And Washington's free throw drops down. A lot of free throws for Pitt here in this first half, actually. Total of 13. Boston College has taken 9.
Those free throws really keeping them in the game as well. The deficit could be a lot larger with the boards they're giving up, with the turnovers that they're having, but credit to them for getting to the line.
And that's an offensive foul there. Carly Washington has taken the most charges on this Pitt Panther team, and she just takes another one there. That's textbook stuff on a baseline drive.
It really is. You see her just staying in a stance, beating her player to the line, and takes the charge. It's what she's so great at doing for this team, who really values and encourages each other to take charges.
Third foul on Jacayla Timpson there. It's a fadeaway shot that falls in for who else? Liatu King now has 6 points on the afternoon, tied for the team lead with Timerson.
Game kind of settling a little bit. It seems like Pitt might be finding a little bit of, daylight on the offensive end.
Lazama's three, no good. Offensive rebound. Dailey twisting around on the block, kicks it out. Top of the key for three. That's short. Back-to-back threes missed by Boston College, and Lazama quickly up the floor this time. It's Battle laying it in, freshman to freshman.
I love that. I love that. Those freshmen really showing the impact that they can have. They just play with such a coolness. I love to see that connection transfer into offense for them in that fast break sequence.
It's an 8-0 run for the Pitt Panthers here. Under a minute and a half to go, and King slips there in the paint. Able to get back up and get back into the play.
Move. They need more movement, though. King gets the ball on that elbow, and everyone just stands and watches her. And if they just cut or maybe brush screen off of her, free her up a little bit, then she can have some gaps to drive. Boston College swarming the ball. They all try to come up with another steal, but Timerson stays composed and leads the break and finds her freshman counterpart, Erin Battle, for the layup.
Those two are really, really fun to watch when they're on the floor together. All right, so things have slowed up offensively for Boston College. They've settled for some outside shots, which really isn't their game.
Yeah, and you just see the hesitation a little bit now offensively.
Nice post move there for Njai.
Yeah, who is really a huge bright spot for this Boston College team. I love her game. She has so much energy. She's a good spark, tough player for them. And she's getting more minutes because of it.
So Jayla Jordan, who, as you mentioned, had a really good game back on Thursday against Louisville. It was her three-point shot that was going. 3 threes in the game. And now we'll go to the free throw line and hit the first.
And I love that. Her just showing that she can do both. She has some size, so to be able to take it down low and have some success down there, and just know that if they need her to take some threes, not settle for them, but take some good ones, she can knock those down as well.
Ivy goes to the middle there. Bounce pass to Dailey. Double team came. Now trying to find an open lane, and does. Dailey touched just about every block in that play, but found the basket.
She did, and I love the patience, too. She just kind of let it develop and was able to find some space on the opposite side of the room.
Tough shot there for Timerson. No whistle, and that will end the half. 32-27 is the score at the break. Pitt looking for their first conference win. They're ahead. Boston College had just 6. They have done a much better job, Boston College has, of taking care of the basketball this year. That's a good start, though. Getting the ball down low to Jayla Jordan. First half stats here. Pitt took a couple more free throws than BC did. Boston College still looking for their first 3 of the game. Pitt was able to hit one. That was Jasmine Timerson's lone 3.
This won't be a game where you see too much three-point shooting. Both teams have struggled throughout the season being consistent there. And it'll be a lot of inside game.
Waggoner on the offensive glass. Once again, she gets fouled going up. Wasn't too pleased with how that foul went down, too, I don't think. And we talked about these two at the top of the show, Jazz, and Liatu King has been the engine for this team all season long. Dontavia Waggoner on the defensive end leading the break as well. The numbers for both of those players in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Dontavia also has 3 assists and 2 steals, really showing that she can, do it all over the floor. And I think Liatu King just still trying to adjust, trying to feel things out, trying to adjust to how teams are guarding her now and trying to still find success in doing that.
Look at that, off the miss of the free throw. Dailey was tangled up with Liatu King. Possession arrow will stay here with Boston College. Never going to question the fight and the hustle of this BC team.
Absolutely not. And they've been terrific on the offensive glass today, so they are definitely going to chase every loose ball.
Travel there. Dailey taps her chest, says, my bad.
Yeah, she felt that one. She felt those feet moving a little faster than the ball.
So 4-point basketball game here as we start the second half. And that's an offensive foul. Jordan wrapped around Dontavia Waggoner. Coach Birdie less than pleased with the call as well. Another look at it, Jazz.
I mean, I need to get a better look at it myself. I think that she definitely sold it, but she definitely pushed her, you know, so it could go either way.
Armbar went up into the neck area, maybe, yeah. Sidbury, tough angle there underneath the basket. Gets her own rebound and follows it up for 2. That's Taya Sidbury.
I'm happy to see that one go in for her. Kind of been a little struggle offensively today, just not getting a lot of touches, not having a rhythm, so it's a great offensive rebound putback.
Washenitz able to take one with a broken play. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, and the pace of this game wasn't as fast. There were some transition points by Boston College off of some turnovers, but for the most part, it's a quicker pace to start this second half.
Blocking foul on the floor there. Washenitz thought it was another charge. The Dontavia Waggoner drive. The game's also picking up in physicality, that's for sure.
I think Waggoner was already set, already had the position, was going up. I think Washenitz tried to sell it, and that's not a bad person to sell it on. Dontavia will really put her head down and get physical under there, but I think that's a great call by the ref.
Third foul on Marley Washenitz, and a 3 goes down. Kayla Ivey, that's got to feel pretty good. Her 19th 3 of the season. She was shooting at 30%, and had struggled from 3 as of late. That's the first made 3 of the game for Boston College as well.
Sometimes all it takes is that one to go in for you to get that confidence back.
Floater for Liatu King goes off to the left. Another look at the 3 here for Ivy, who also leads the team with 7 assists, so she does it all.
Takes it out, gets that little hand back action from Sidbury, and just drains the corner 3.
Malcolm off the inbound. Ivy is all over her, and Malcolm drives to the left. That's a pretty play from Aislinn Malcolm, the 5'10 sophomore. Second leading scorer on this team, averaging 10.5.
It feels like both teams came out in this second half with some energy and aggression on the offensive end.
Waggoner doesn't get the friendly bounce here in Conti Forum, and it goes out of bounds. Pitt basketball.
Malcolm just showing a little bit of ball handling skills here with the left finish. The contested layup, it's a nice play.
Feels to me like Aislinn Malcolm is really the X factor to this Pitt team because they need a second scorer off of Liatu King. Jayla Jordan has helped in recent games, but Aislinn Malcolm, the second leading scorer, again, over 10 points per game. Just 2 in this game and struggled against Louisville on Thursday.
I definitely agree with you there. I feel like she wants to take more responsibility and be more aggressive, but she's young and she's still figuring out when to do that and how.
Dontavia Waggoner with the and one opportunity, just so tough, down low underneath the basket.
And she had the jumper, great shot fake, gets King in the air, and then just takes the one dribble by her and finishes with a lot of contact down there. You said the game is getting physical, and it really is.
That's the second foul on Liatu King, so she will head to the bench. Although, much better sign for Liatu. She's been able to stay in this game longer than she did at Louisville. The foul trouble got to her. Up the floor, there's Shayla Jordan. Another heads-up pass from Timerson there.
Yeah, she really does a good job as a freshman to be able to keep her head up, not get rattled, and be able to make plays.
Wild shot there, recovered by Waggoner again, and she is proven to be a problem for Pitt on the offensive and defensive glasses.
She's just doing all the little things. She's there for every loose ball. She's just having a great day today. Todd just with the wild layup and
no box out.
No box out at all. Just runs in free and finds herself at the line.
I know she's been working hard on the free throw side of things. 4 for 8 here in this game. Shoots at about 61% on the season, makes the back end of it, and it's now a 7-point lead for Boston College. Boston College already in the bonus, too. 5 fouls for Pitt already in this quarter. Boston College hasn't committed one. There's Jordan. Timerson and Jordan, that's a really good connection there for Pitt here in the third quarter.
It really is, and I love that Jayla Jordan is showing that she can really be successful inside and out. Timerson keeping her dribble, keeping her eyes up. Great position by Jayla Jordan down low to finish at the rim. And then on the other end, you see her defensively with her activity.
Grabs the rebound there. The third of the game. She's the first player for Pitt in double figures at 10. Malcolm cut off by Todd. 5 to shoot. Malcolm again on the drive. Baseline floater is good. That's a tough shot for Aislinn Malcolm. Coach Vanderveer and women's basketball, just a great combination, and what a great accomplishment that has been. Liatu King fouled and the basket, and a good start for Pitt out of the called timeout.
We'll be able to see Stanford play in the ACC next season.
That's right, we will. Short break here. We will step aside. Liatu King will shoot for the and one opportunity when we return.
Auto Owners insures your car, because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
It's bow time. Get fired up tonight, because Bojangles has your dinner covered. Southbound, scratch made. Not in one of these, but one of these. That's more home cooking for your money. Or as we like to say, cha-ching. It's bow time.
Let's go! You go for a ride. Exploring all night. Driving down, You go for a ride.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV. Get 0% APR or up to $1,500 bonus cash on the Tucson, or lease for $269 a month. See your hometown Hyundai dealer.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
It is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, cash or card?
For water? Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro. Check it out, made with titanium.
We do have free movies with the purchase of headphones.
I'll just use my iPhone.
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
We're Mizuho. Sound familiar? We take on business only top-tier corporate and investment banks can do and create bespoke solutions that work. So we win awards like this one. And never lose our underdog hustle. Mizuho Americas, a name worth knowing.
Got a great day of hoops coming up for you here on the ACC Network. Our women's hoop afternoon continues. Number 15, Louisville hosting Wake Forest coming up after us. And then we cap off the day with Virginia. Number 20, North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Women's hoops every Sunday right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. As Coach Jeff Hafley, we talked about him, his family taking in this one. You're going to like what they've been seeing. The fight from Boston College here, up by 5. Liatu King at the free throw line, trying to complete an and-one opportunity. And the free throw is no good. Deanna Todd brings in the rebound. Both teams have scored 14 points apiece here in this third quarter. It was a 5-point game at the half, 5-point game now. And a turnover for Boston College. They now have 9. The Panthers a perfect 4 for 4 from the field over the last 4 attempts. A couple of those calls there on just players trying to get position underneath the basket called against Pittsburgh, and that was on Rust.
And you've seen it kind of with the arms. You know, it's not really the body contact. It's more so the extraness with the arms.
That's what Coach Verdi was kind of motioning to Lauren Rust there as she picked up her second foul. Sidbury down low, out to Waggoner. Back to Sidbury. Back to Waggoner. And her 15-foot jumper is left short.
She got a good look at it, but the ball just kind of got stuck on one side for BC.
Boston College actually shooting 38% from the floor. Waggoner got a hand in the passing lane there. Pitt, on the other hand, is shooting at 45% from the field. However, Boston College has taken 16 more shots than Pittsburgh in this game. Timerson. Pull-up J is good for Jasmine Timerson. Got a bright future and a bright-looking jump shot, too. 8 points in the game.
She really does. I love her pace. You know, Boston College goes for the steal. She just takes her time, dribbles into the jump shot, and hits it.
Into the low post, Waggoner, kick out. Dailey will put it on the floor. Dumps it off to Waggoner. I think she left her feet thinking shot and then ended up with pass.
They have a nice little connection as well. You saw earlier in the first half, Dontavia found Dailey, and there you see her paying it back.
Liatu King jump stop in the paint. Out to Washington to reset. Nearly taken away by Sidbury. Here's Rust working on Waggoner, and Rust gets the foul call.
Andrea Dailey working at the high post. She goes up for a shot, but sees Waggoner down low, right open. There you see Lauren Rust attacking the feet of Dontavia Waggoner. You know, that trip is always going to be a call on the defense.
Liatu King, another and one, her second in the last 2 minutes of this game. And that, by the way, was the 4th foul on Dontavia Waggoner. So that is concerning as well. This one on Dailey, though.
Yeah, just great footwork by King and be able to finish the shot with the contact. Kind of seeing her come to life right now.
Second time off the N1, Liatu King has missed the free throw to make it a 3-point play.
She'll definitely want to reward herself at that line, leaving some points out there without being able to hit those consistently.
0 for 2 from the free throw line for King. Hit 71% from the charity stripe, 12 for 17 on the day. Down to a 3-point lead for Boston College. Into the corner, here's Lozama's three. Dailey elevated for that rebound, and it was knocked out of bounds. We'll stay here with the Eagles.
And we talked about it earlier. Pitt's still just trying to out-jump BC. They're not making contact and boxing out and really trying to get them off the offensive glass.
Sidbury off the inbound. She takes it into the hole and gets bumped.
This is smart basketball by BC. Fake the handoff. You saw earlier in the game, if you were watching, that Ivy hit a 3 off of that earlier. So this time Sidbury keeps it and goes in for the layup. And with them being in the bonus, that is a very smart play to get to the line.
All right, Thursday night, 10 Eastern time. Our very good friends in studio, Nothing But Net crew, will have you covered with the best highlights and analysis of every women's game. And they'll get you set for the weekend schedule as well coming up on Sundays. That coverage you can only find one place, right here on the ACC network. And Marley Washenitz with the answer on the other end. Her first 3 of the game. It's back down to a 2-point lead. Dailey on the drive and gets the roll. Andrea Dailey knocks it in, and the shots have started to fall. Dailey's got 14 points. Washenitz has struggled to score the basketball this year, and she has done a lot of that, turning the ball over. Dailey jump stop, kick out. Todd for 3. Offensive rebound. Dailey puts it up and in. Andrea Dailey with the 14th offensive rebound of the game for Boston College has led to a lot of these, Jazz.
It really has. It starts with the takeaway, the deflection by Sidbury. Dailey comes up with it. She gets going, doesn't have anything, finds Todd. It's off the mark, but as they have done all night, Dailey gets the offensive rebound, has a chance at the 3-point play.
That is 14 offensive rebounds for Boston College, 16 points for Dailey now, looking for 17, and gets it. But there are just 5 offensive rebounds for Pittsburgh here in this game. Minute to play in the third quarter. Liatu King, leading scorer for the Panthers, 10 points and 4 rebounds, guarded by Andrea Dailey. Emerson down low to Liatu King. That's a pretty play design there for Pitt.
That was a great execution. You saw them just take their time and execute to a shot for their best player right under the rim.
Liatu King 6 for 10 from the field here in this one. Todd from the corner, and she hits this time.
You knew it had to fall at some point. She's gotten a lot of great looks today. She's a great scorer for this team, shoots the ball efficiently, and she got one too many wide open looks. She knocked that one down.
That's her team-leading 27th made three-pointer of the season. So Pitt will hold for the last second shot here in the third quarter, down by 8. Jordan lost it, and it's taken away by Sidbury. That'll do it for the third quarter. Boston College with a strong finish to it. And an 8-point lead as we
bring us back to it.
No question about it. So we'll all be remembering Martin Luther King Jr. tomorrow and this entire weekend. We start the fourth quarter here. That's Shayla Jordan's miss, leading to a breakout for Boston College. BC really turned the Jets on towards the end of that third quarter. Andrea Dailey getting on the offensive glass. That's been a problem for Pitt, as have the turnovers. They are now up to 20 turnovers in this game, are the Panthers. And Ivy's 3 off the mark, and Jordan with the rebound. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Dailey coming back in transition defense to affect the shot of Malcolm.
And Boston College has 21 points off of those turnovers by Pitt. Lozama's
jumper. Jordan rebound. Kayla Jordan has helped on the rebounding side of things. She's got 5 boards today and 10 points. Into the corner. Here's Jordan for 3. Her first attempt of the game after going 3 for 3 on Thursday night is a miss.
And I love that extra pass by Malcolm. She could have took the shot as well, but you love the good to greats to get a better shot by your teammate. And Jayla Jordan was 3 for 4 from the three-point line against Louisville, so she can make those.
Dailey's 3 rims in and out. And a double team coming. It's like Ivy got the hands in there. See, that was something that Jasmine Thomas did not do. One of the better defenders that the game has ever seen. And we go back to some of the days at Duke. I got to ask you about the jerseys, because I know that was the style back then, but we got some loose-fitting jerseys that are not in style today.
Man, I'm drowning in that jersey, and I have about like 30 less pounds of muscle on me there.
Ripped up there. Liatu King is fouled by Lazama.
I want to go back to that last shot by Dailey. I know she felt she had a good look at it, but got to mention that Boston College has 34 of their 58 points in the paint. So now here in this fourth quarter is not a time to settle. Really get back to what they have been successful at.
Here's Perkins. Yes! That's the third 3 made by Pitt in this game. They've only taken 7. Ella Perkins, if they can get her shot going, she's averaging 8 a game, but shooting it just 29% from long range.
And she's definitely capable. We talked to Coach Verdi. She is a player that can score for them and just searching for that consistency.
Dailey at the high post. Dailey weaving in, and a late foul call as Liatu King got a clean block on it, but I think it's going against Jordan.
Yeah, definitely. She just wraps her up, and honestly, best case scenario for them. Take that foul, let King get away with the block.
3 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. 3 rebounds shy of another double-double this season. By the way, I figured I'd mention this. Her impact on this game, she has already eclipsed the total amount of field goals made from last season. And we aren't at the halfway point yet of this season. She has been a huge help. Miami, Florida native.
She has, and I've talked to Coach Mack. Coach Mack wants her to have a killer mindset. She wants her to become that go-to player that thrives in the pressure moments and wants to take the big shots. And I think she's showing us today that she is that player.
Yeah, she has taken over this game for Eagles over the last, really, third quarter into the fourth now. Fading away, Malcolm short, loose ball, picked up by Jordan, and she's fouled.
I love the heads-up play to get that ball up on the rim so she's able to make that into a shooting foul. Great effort by her to get Pitt active on the offensive glass.
Coming back into the game for Boston College is Nene Njai. Lazama will head to the bench for a breather. Kayla Jordan 4 for 4 at the stripe today, 58% on the season. So she's made a couple threes in the last game. Now she's taking the free throws, starting to see the ball go through the hoop. Might be the difference for the Seton Hall transfer. Makes them both.
Definitely a great compliment to King. And if you're Pitt and you're the players and their teammates on the floor right now, you're seeing that your success is getting that ball inside. So between those two, I expect them to get all the touches and be in all the actions.
The 5-point lead. It seems like every time Pitt gets close, Boston College finds an answer. Can Pitt get a couple of stops on the defensive end over the next 7 minutes? Good double team on the baseline. Dailey lost it. And it's going Pitt's way here, I think. Yep, it is Pitt basketball, so they force a turnover there. Coach Mack not thrilled with it. Okay, now it's Boston College basketball. The referees got together and decided to change that. Will be taken underneath by Ivy. Dailey, 2 to shoot. No good, and Malcolm with the rebound. That's a defensive stop. Here's Liatu King creating space. Misses the shot, follows it up and puts it up and in. Liatu King has made this a one-possession game now. That's a quick shot. Sidbury's follow. No good. Jordan lost it, and that's a hard foul there. Deanna Todd tripped up into her own bench.
Liatu King gets the touch on the short corner and just makes a nice, strong drive. She misses the first one, but follows it up, puts in the second.
14 points now for Liatu King. She has been in double figures every single game this season outside of the most recent one, and that was Louisville's. Remember, she was held to just 6 points. A good bounce-back game for her tonight.
Definitely.
Can they cap it off with a win, though? I think that's the question.
Yeah, she definitely looks more like herself today.
Another takeaway. Here's Washenitz in the open floor. Waiting for numbers now. Malcolm. Skip pass taken away by Dailey. Dailey slows it up. A smart play. Boston College with the lead here. Don't want to take a quick shot and allow Pitt to have more clock.
They don't want to take a quick shot, but they still want to stay aggressive.
Right.
I like Dailey's decision to put her head down, draw some defense, kick to her teammate. They found success when they were playing good basketball.
Boston College now 2 of 14 from beyond the arc today. Yeah, they were 1 for 19 against Notre Dame as well. So it has been uphill sledding from long range for Boston College, although I'm not sure that that's the game that Coach Mack wants them to play. They are a great driving team. They get to the basket. They're better than most in this conference.
They really do. And when you have teams like that, it's not that you don't want them confident in shooting the three. It's just that those threes come from playing inside out. As you see, Ivy knock down the long two.
Jordan on the other end rattles it home. Jayla Jordan's come alive in the second half now. She's up 14 points. Back to a 3-point game. 5 minutes to go. Ivy's three. Off to the right. Liatu King fouled on the rebound. All right, we will have a short break here, but stick around because this game has gotten close. It's a 3-point basketball game with Boston College in the lead. 4.5 minutes to play inside Conti Forum. College, but maybe in the conference, has been on the bench with 4 fouls. Dontavia Waggoner does so much for this team, Jasmine, but she sets the tone on the defensive side of the ball.
She absolutely does, and there's no surprise here that she's back in this game to close it out. She has to play smart. They cannot afford for her to foul out of this close game. But yeah, it's been significant that Pitt is in this game because she's been off the floor. 15
points for Waggoner, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, bunch of steals as well. She's affected more. Liatu King, a chance to make it a 1-point game, and she does. So Pitt has outscored Boston College 10-4 here in the fourth quarter.
Boston College really being patient, looking for something inside, it seems, but they really need to get something aggressive going to the rim.
Shot clock at 4. Dailey's got to go. Dumps it down underneath. And the left-handed shot is no good. Out of bounds. Pittsburgh basketball and a chance to take a lead. Ella Perkins out to Liatu King. Guarded by Kayla Ivy.
Both teams looking pretty passive offensively, like they're searching for something but not sure of what they're trying to execute to.
And Liatu King's shot off the mark. Last time Pittsburgh led, it was 11-10.
And Washenitz comes away with that offensive rebound for her size. She actually averages 4.6 rebounds a game.
Back to Jayla Jordan. And Jordan gives Pitt the lead. 63-62, 3 minutes to play.
I love the patience there, and it is the offensive rebound of Marley Washington that gives them the opportunity to get that play and take the lead.
A 6-0 run for the Panthers over the last 2 minutes. Andrea Dailey, guarded by Perkins. Todd, got to get a shot off. Into the paint, Todd's foul. Deanna Todd will go to the stripe.
You know, Todd trying to make a play. She elevates and does get some contact, so she'll go to the line to score. But Boston College really struggling right now to find some kind of flow and rhythm on the offensive end.
Todd's first free throws of this game, too. She misses the first. Shoots at 76% on the season. Goes 1 of 2. Ties it up 63 all. Last time the game was tied, it was 11-11.
I would expect Pitt to attack Waggoner down there with those fouls.
There's Waggoner just getting a hand in there, knocking the ball away from Jordan.
And I love that. That's a smart play. Use her activity, use her quickness and athleticism to not even put herself in a position to have to foul by being isolated down low.
Got to imagine it's a tough balance to be careful but not too cautious on the defensive end. Offensive foul, Washington pushes off a Todd.
I believe that's the second or third charge Todd has drawn that way in this game. She does a great job of using her length. She's long to just get good position and frustrate the offensive player.
That's number 5 on Marley Washington, so she will head to the bench, and Erin Battle will check in. Erin Battle has been really good this year for Pitt, but has struggled with the turnovers here in this game. Total of 6. Dailey takes it baseline, out to Todd. Thought about the shot, now puts it up from 15. No good. Dailey lost the offensive board, poked away to Malcolm. Here's Jayla Jordan, pass up the floor, and she can't handle it. It was just too late.
You know, that sequence, that ball was kind of just bobbling around. From the time it came off the rim, Dailey almost came up with the offensive rebound, couldn't quite pull it down, and then Battle almost loses it. Last 2 minutes of this game right here, a key moment for both teams to be really solid with the ball.
It's hard to believe Pittsburgh has turned it over 23 times in this game, and it's still tied. Liatu King picks up a foul, though. That will be number 3. Foul trouble, not that much of a concern here with the time of the game winding down to 1:45, but the free throws be a little bit more of a concern, as Dailey has been a perfect 5 for 5 today from the free throw line. All right, here's Saturday's basketball triple header. Number 21, Clemson squared off against Florida State at 4 Eastern time. Then UVA taking on Georgia Tech, and then finally wrapping it up, Duke and Pitt at Cameron Indoor. Going to be a great day of hoops here on the ACC network. It has already been a great start to what is going to be a great day of women's hoops on the ACC network today. 65-63, Boston College with a 2-point lead at home. A near takeaway. Malcolm ends up with it and cashes it in. Pitt got a little lucky there, but they capitalized on it to tie it up once again with 1:20 to go.
They did. Malcolm was wide open for a while, just screaming for it, and somehow the basketball gods made sure she got it, knocked that down.
No field goals for BC in the last 3.5 minutes. Here's Sidbury poked away.
The last few possessions, Boston College has been intentional about looking for that high-low play.
And finally, a timeout called by Coach Verdi here. 65-65, 1 minute to go inside Conti Forum. We have got a basketball game for you on the ACC network.
As a small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. Auto Owners takes care.
Got any fouls to give? Jasmine Thomas, Sam Ravitch on hand with you here. Pitt looking for their first conference win of the season here today. On the road against Boston College, they will start with the ball.
I want to see Pitt look to get the ball inside here. Liatu King or Jayla Jordan, they've both been great today.
Perkins for three. In and out, that was halfway down for Bella Perkins. And now Boston College with the advantage here. There's about a 14-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Great scenario for Boston College to be in. They draw a foul, they shoot free throws.
That's a travel. Coach Mack can't believe it. Andrea Dailey traveled. The 11th turnover of the game for BC.
Here's how close Pitt came to taking the lead. Bella Perkins with a three at the top of the key. It rims out. It's almost all the way down.
And Coach Verdi will utilize his final timeout here. So empty possessions on both sides over the last 40 seconds of the game. Pitt has the basketball. What's Coach Verdi drawing up there in that huddle?
I think maybe go back to that play earlier where they had the handoff on the wing between the guards, and then the guard went underneath, and then they did a back screen for Liatu King and brought her to that low right block where she got a wide open look with the feed from the wing. I think they could do that again.
Boston College, 4 timeouts, no timeouts for the Pitt Panthers. This has been a rebuild for Pitt. New head coach, Tori Verdi coming in. It's been no secret, by the way, that the Panthers have been at the bottom or near the bottom of the table in the ACC for the past couple of seasons. And Coach Verdi is hoping to breathe a little life into this program.
Yeah.
Now, you kind of wonder how far a win on the road like this would go to helping to build that culture and build that team camaraderie.
It would go a long way, just because they're doing some great things to have themselves in these games, even with top teams. You know, they were in a 3-point game with Louisville before that fourth quarter, so they're giving themselves opportunities. They just need to make the most of them, and the confidence that you get from a win like this on the road could be huge.
So Pitt turned the ball over 24 times against Louisville, the game we did a couple of days ago on Thursday. They have turned the ball over 23 times today, except they are in this game tied with 24.4 seconds to go. Malcolm inbounds to battle. Guarded by Kayla Ivey. Ivey got a hand in there.
Malcolm has struggled with her turnovers today, so if I were Boston College, I would pressure her right here and force her to speed up and make a decision.
And she turns it over. Battle hands it right into Kayla Ivey's hands. 4 seconds to go. Todd has to get a shot off, and it's short. We have extra basketball inside Conti Forum this Sunday afternoon. 65-60 between Boston College and Pitt. Jasmine Thomas, Sam Ravitch on hand with you here in what has been an exciting game, back and forth. And Boston College looking to start overtime the way they started this game, getting the ball up the floor quickly. And that time, Dontavia Waggoner, the recipient, it's 67-65.
Absolutely. I love that look for Dontavia, but let's remember that she is playing this overtime with 4 fouls.
Malcolm with the answer on the other end. Aislinn Malcolm now with 8 points on the game. All right, so give me a couple of keys, Jazzy, you're looking for on both sides in overtime.
If you're Pitt, you need to box out on that offensive glass. Try to defend without fouling and secure misses with a rebound. If you are Boston College, where your success has been in the paint. So you keep doing that. Keep putting the pressure on the Pitt defense to defend without fouling and get to the foul line. Dontavia Waggoner finds her buddy down low. They have been a great package today, and now Andrea Dailey will head back to the free throw line where she has been perfect tonight.
Andrea Dailey, one of the highest field goal percentages in the country, right below Liatu King in field goal percentage. Both shoot at over 55% from the floor. And Andrea Dailey having a great game, misses the back end there, and it's going to stay here. Foul against Pitt. It goes against Jayla Jordan. See Coach Verdi, he can't believe it. That's her 4th. I don't know, Jazz.
I don't agree with that one. Not at all. But I tell you, Todd has done a great job at selling contact today.
Yeah, she has. She has drawn quite a few fouls. Makes her first free throw. And makes the second. Back to a three-point basketball game. Timerson with the handles up the floor.
Pitt stuck on that sideline a little bit with that Boston College pressure. Here they get themselves on another sideline.
Pitt in some trouble here, looking to find Liatu King. They do. Spins through the double team. What's the call here? Travel or a foul? I think we're going to talk about this because one of our referees was motioning travel. The other one was looking like a foul called. Let's see who wins out. And a travel.
I feel like I need to see that replay. I don't know. That had the makings of being a nice play. I need to see it.
Well, what came first, the travel or the foul?
The gather, 1, 2, I don't know.
Okay.
They'll have to look at that one.
That's 25 turnovers now for Pitt. A couple calls haven't gone their way. Ivy hands it to Waggoner. Open shot, and it's good. With 3 seconds left on the shot clock, Boston College back to a 5-point lead.
It's a great pass by Ivy, and just credit to Dontavia for being a shot maker. Put the ball on the ground, pull up, nice, pretty shot.
Nice move from Malcolm, just couldn't finish it. Liatu King has taken one shot here in this overtime period.
Boston College managing the clock. Ivy, a great point guard for this Boston College team, so solid and steady with the ball. Kind of being the floor general right now, putting people where they need to be.
Oh, that's smooth from Kayla Ivy. And it forces a timeout to be called by Coach Ferdy of Pitt. It's a 7-0 run for Boston College here in overtime. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Now, Kayla Ivy does so much for this team, Jasmine. 7 assists per game. She has one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the country, but she just creates so many opportunities for players and herself.
She really does. That's a fantastic pass to Dontavia, and this is just a heads-up play, not being afraid of big moments. That's a huge shot here in this overtime for Kayla Ivy. She's been great so far.
Ivy, by the way, missed all of last year with a knee injury, so it's great to see her back and healthy, helping out this team. Really missed her presence last year. Boston College struggled mightily in the turnover department last year. They were averaging 20 turnovers a game at one point. And so far, early into conference play, they lead the conference, averaging under 16 turnovers a game. They only have 11 turnovers in this game. So that was a big thorn in the side of this Boston College team last year, was simply taking care of the ball, and I think her presence has helped that.
Oh, absolutely. You're putting the ball in her hands, and she's making the decisions and getting the ball where it needs to go and executing the offense so well that limits your turnovers. And you add the shot makers of Waggoner and Andrea Dailey, who just shoot the ball efficiently in the paint. So now you're getting shots instead of turnovers.
All right, for those of you trying to tune into the Wake Forest and Louisville basketball game, that will come up right when we finish here at Conti Forum. We are in overtime. Jen Hildreth and Helen Williams will have you covered there for Wake and Louisville when we finish this one up. Boston College on a 7-0 run here in this overtime period.
And here again, Pitt finds themselves, they have no more timeouts. Boston College has 5.
Perkins for 3. No good. Jordan fighting for the rebound, and it's staying with Pitt. Good hustle there for Jayla Jordan.
Great job by Jayla Jordan. She's just had a terrific game today, and for her to stay active on the offensive glass, there hasn't been too many by Pitt, but she's had a few of them.
Jordan drops down the first. Still a lot of time left in this game. Pitt is by no means out of it right now. Jordan cashes them both. Back to a 5-point lead for the Eagles.
Jayla Jordan 8 for 8 from the free throw line today.
Sidbury kick out wing. Ivy off the mark. And it falls right into the hands of Dontavia Waggoner.
How about that heads-up play tip from Dailey to Waggoner underneath? She knew she couldn't get the rebound, but their activity on that glass has been so incredible.
Todd has been ferocious at the top of this defense. Liatu King's layup is no good. Got a whistle under the basket, and I believe an injury. That's not a great sign. Andrea Dailey hopping off the floor.
I feel like she might just have a little bit of a cramp and Charlie horse situation. It looked like something, maybe around that quad area. Ivy hit a couple here in the second half and overtime, but
yeah, that's a great tip to your point, Jasmine. That
great tip.
Heads up play.
Yeah, I'm not too sure there. I feel like they're working on her quad. That's what it looks like to me. I think the way that she landed just kind of cramped up on her maybe. She's playing a lot of minutes, doing a lot of great things today, so no surprise, maybe a little bit of cramping here late.
Just before we showed that shot, Coach Verdi was about halfway on the floor talking to the officials. He has not been pleased, certainly in this overtime segment of the game. Todd puts it on the floor. Back out to Ivy for the mid-range shot. That's her spot right there. Kayla Ivy is having a great game, an offensive breakout game for her. She has struggled in that area. Jayla Jordan misses the point-blank shot, and Todd with the rebound.
And I love that for Ivy. She does so much for this team from a leadership standpoint, from being solid with the ball and executing them and finding her teammates, making all of her teammates better. So for her to get some love on the offensive end by hitting some shots, I love to see it.
So Bella Perkins finally committed the foul. Boston College, they can make a couple free throws here, might wrap this game up. First make from Kayla Ivy makes it a 10-point game. And in and out there, but Sidbury's fighting for the rebound, and she lays it up and in. Taya Sidbury already a career high in rebounds in this game. She's got 11. Timerson got to get some shots to fall here. Second chance coming, and there's Liatu King. And a foul there from Perkins.
Taya Sidbury just relentless on the offensive glass. Boston College has 22 second chance points in today's game, and Taya Sidbury joining in on that success.
It's been a huge help coming over from Utah. Again, Wake and Louisville coming up after we finish things here in Conti Forum. Jen Hildreth and Helen Williams on the call there. This has been a good one. Boston College has controlled overtime, though. They have outscored Pitt 16-6. And there's Sidbury again. Look at the hustle from Taya Sidbury. Pitt has struggled boxing players out, whether it be on a free throw or just in the regular run of play. That has been an area of concern for them.
Yeah, they have, and these are two teams that struggle with size down low. They don't have the big 6'4", 6'5" players, so it's all positioning.
This is actually the largest lead of the game now for Boston College at 11 points. It's about 42 seconds to go in overtime. Uh-oh, miscommunication there. And Kayla Ivy ends up with it in no rush. And a timeout call by Boston College and Coach Mack, as Boston College will wrap this thing up. I mean, they let Pitt come back in this game a little bit, but you've got to credit the way that they came out in overtime, Jasmine, to finish the job.
Yeah, absolutely. They picked it up defensively. They stuck to what was working offensively, getting the ball in the paint, getting to the free throw line, and you got to shout out Kayla Ivey. She really took over a little bit in this overtime, kind of putting the team on her shoulders a little bit, making plays, finding her teammates, and also scoring the ball.
Boston College talking some things over. Meanwhile, on the other side, Coach Verdi is very close to getting a call he doesn't like. Referees have given some leeway to both sides today to let coaches express their opinions. Jenna Todd. There we go. And that's what we were kind of waiting for here. It's going to be a technical foul on Coach Verdi. He has been very vocal with this officiating crew today, and they had finally reached the breaking point, seemingly. Tiana Todd will shoot free throws. It's certainly, frustrating for Pitt in a variety of different ways, but there are going to be growing pains when you try to have a rebuild. You bring in a new first-year head coach, Coach Verdi, and he's trying to implement his system. Obviously going to be some times where it doesn't work.
Yeah, especially in games like these where you match up a little better to your opponent, so you expect to be able to try to come away with some of these wins. It's frustrating.
Shot clock is off. Boston College will dribble it out. An impressive win today for the Boston College Eagles. They have loved playing at home. This will be their 8th straight win inside Conti Forum.
Yeah, I love just the fight that Boston College showed today. No matter what happened, they stayed together and they fought it out and they got a win at home.
Dontavia Waggoner, 21 points in this one. 8 for 14 from the floor for Dontavia. Boston College with 4 players in